class of reading. It's so interesting because I feel like, Christmas, you spend weeks preparing and wrapping and shopping. And then you look at the date today and it's like, oh man, 5 days away. Like the 20th already. It's almost here. Yay. All right. So as you settle in, settling into your breath, closing your eyes, beginning to relax. And this is actually the passage for tomorrow, but I just thought it was quite perfect. So we're going to read this one today, or I'm going to share this one with you. Reduce your stress. Stress can be caused by many things. A healing professional, said. It can be caused by toxins in the air, by food, work, money, or love. And sometimes tension and stress are caused by reacting to old beliefs, to the messages in your mind. We can't always eliminate the situations that produce stress. Some stress in life is inevitable. It is part of being alive. Stress is often the impetus that moves us forward into growth, into emotional release and healing, into awareness and change. While we can't and don't want to eliminate all the stress in our lives, we can reduce its impact. We can eat foods we respond well to. We can monitor the quality of the air we breathe in many situations. We can leave a work or love situation that has become too stressful, or we can take better care of ourselves in those situations we choose to stay in. And we can work on changing stress-producing beliefs within ourselves. I can't measure up. I can't get the job done. I won't be liked. I can't trust myself. Many of these beliefs are outdated reactions to what other times in our lives, and now, so I'm going to reread that one. Many of these beliefs are outdated reactions to other times in our lives, and now we know we have the power to change them. What's causing stress in your life? Do the things you can to reduce stress in your life. Reduce as much toxicity in your environment and in yourself as you can. Just continuing to breathe. Belly rises. And exhale. And as you're quieting your body and relaxing in your muscles, start to quiet your mind. Maybe first notice the messages in your mind. What are you thinking about right now? Be aware of that and just let it go. You can always pick it up after class. Okay, let's just take one more breath. And maybe begin to kind of take that full body stretch, reaching back behind you. And then very gently, quietly, one knee at a time, hug your knees in and start to rock from side to side, massaging out your back. Let's go into a supine twist next. So you can grab your bolster. Bonus if you can use your feet and maybe not have to get up. I'm like so cold. I hope your rooms are way warmer than mine right now. All right, so the bolster can go between your knees or your bottom knee can rest on it. I'm going to opt for the between my knees. And then we're just going to exhale, let your knees fall right, and then gaze left. Oof. Steady breath. Empty out. You're going to go ahead and let your knees fall left and gaze right. Ease into this. Notice how this side feels compared to the other. Make any small adjustments and then try to kind of let it go and get still. And then carefully, let's come out of this twist. Let go of the bolster. Again, just ease into your full body stretch. And then hug. Again, one knee in at a time. And you can rock again side to side. Or if you go from one end of your spine to the next, let's go forward. And let's end up rocking all the way up into a just comfortable seat for a moment here. Get settled, and let's just go ahead and tuck your chin. Let's just take a few moments here and stretch out our necks. And as you exhale, let's go right, facing or kind of looking over to your right shoulder. As you inhale, move towards your left shoulder and hold. And let's just begin to move with your breath as we go from one shoulder to the next. Exhale to one shoulder, inhale to the other. And let's come back to your right. And then go ahead and just bring your ear to your shoulder. Walk your left fingertips out. And release. And let's bring your left ear down. Walk your right fingertips out. Come back to center. Let's interlace your fingers. Round your back as you push your palms away. Maybe tuck your chin. Watch your shoulders. Bring them down. And then as you inhale, open up. Think cow pose. Send your chest forward. And then exhale, round. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And one more. And release. And just roll your shoulders back. All right, we're going to take a forward fold next. And this forward fold, I'm going to encourage you to extend your legs out, to maybe even grab your blanket, to put your blanket under your knees. And you can roll it up. And the bolster on top. And even, your block, just depending, right? Because you want your forehead to ground down. So come here when you're ready. Actually, let's do this. Start off big inhale and then exhale. And in fact, we're going to go through this and we'll come in and out of it after about 4 or 5 breaths. Next to your legs. That's my 4th one. Big inhale. I'm just going to come out of my hips. And then exhale, maybe a little deeper. Inhale, let's lengthen. And exhale, maybe a little deeper. Inhaling. I'm gonna see if I can go get away without my block this time. Exhale a little deeper. The last one. Exhale again, just a little deeper. And release. Amazing how as you come in and out of these poses, you really are able to go deeper and deeper. So hopefully you felt like a little bit of a difference as you went in and out. Let's go ahead and just put everything onto the side. Bring your arms back behind you and let's just open up for a moment. Opening up your chest to the sky. Maybe stay here and windshield wiper our knees. And when you're, let's go right. And then when your knees are to the left, let's go ahead and bring them into sort of deer pose. So my left leg's out in front, my right leg. And then you're going to bring your fingertips kind of around on the other side of this left thigh, looking over your left shoulder perhaps. You can stay up on your fingertips, or if you're able to, down on your forearms. Just a breath or two here. And coming back up. And then see if you can switch without hands here. Now your right leg is out in front. And again, you're going to twist, looking kind of over your right shoulder. Both hands are on the other side of your right thigh. You can stay up on fingertips. Or if you have it in you, down onto your forearms. I feel like this really gets deep into your back. And release. All right. With that said, I think that just that really nice back stretch and hip stretch. Let's go into child's pose next. We're grabbing that bolster and anything else that you need for this. Knees out wide, big toes together, nice and long in your back. And keep that length as you come down to your bolster, resting on your favorite cheek. Just letting your bolster support you completely and breathe. You can switch and rest on your other cheek. Empty out and come all the way up. Let's push that bolster to the side for just a moment. I'm coming into tabletop position. And now let's just start to rock front to back. Move with your breath. And then pause in the middle and then start to rock side to side. In fact, stop in the middle and let's move our hands differently. So let's have our fingers pointing out. Now rock side to side. Feel that. And stop in the middle. Bring your fingers to face each other. Rock side to side. All right, and then bring your hands to face the front as normal. And we'll just start to make really big circles in one direction. You're really coming back. You're really going off to the side, up to the front, side, back. And then switch. So big, exaggerated circles. And release, crossing your ankles to have a seat. And let's take cobbler in a seated position today. So we're going to hold this for some time, of course. So don't, force this. You don't necessarily have to, force your heels in close to you. But just come to that place where you feel your warm stretch. Maybe grab a block or two. And we'll come in and out of this one as well. So go ahead and fold and tucking your chin, just letting your head hang heavy. You can, maybe you can bring your feet out far enough that the bolster can come, the block can come on the inside. Then you can rest your head, or depending on your flexibility, you can go, on the outside. Inhale, lengthen. Maybe kind of flap our wings just to kind of release. All right, let's stay still. Big inhale and fold, make it a little deeper. And release. Again, just kind of relax and release, flap your wings. All right, release. Big inhale, lengthen again. Forward fold. Breathe. Come on up. And relax. And release. So we'll come out of that. Straighten out your legs very carefully, easing out of this. Nice job. Maybe shake them out. All right, let's go to our low back. Let's take Sphinx pose with or without the bolster. So I am going to grab the bolster. If it's not comfortable for you, just take Sphinx pose without it. And of course, you know, you could use the blanket so it's right on top of your feet, or the blanket could be right where your hips would be. Again, you make this work for you, but the bolster, if you want to use it, if it's okay for you, it should be kind of right under your chest. So your forearms ground. Relax through your legs. And of course, tucking your chin, just letting your head hang heavy. Very careful, your chin was tucked. Let's go ahead and bring it into more of a neutral position. Just take one more breath here. And release, remove the bolster if it was there. And then from here, just kind of press up onto your hands. And we're going to roll to your right hip as you tap, or your right hip as you tap your right foot back behind you. And kind of press up and tap your left toes behind. And then just move from one side to the other. You feel a special kind of like sensation, just super sore or tight, feel free to stop where you are and just breathe or just move with me. All right, one more here. And release, rock up or push up. And from here, we're going to go into a quad stretch, hero's pose, grabbing everything that you need for this. And as always, if you don't need anything, you're just going to get your bum in between your feet, right? Move your heels out of the way and calves. And my bum is just barely grounded. So I've come a long way. This is a pose I've been working on. And if, again, just little by little, the more, if there's a pose out there you want to work on, I mean, you can accomplish them, I think, as long as there's no pain, of course, right? So come with, join me. We won't be here very long at all, but, use your blocks. You could slide the bolster underneath your bum as well. Again, if there's no pain, let's go with it. If there's pain, definitely add blocks and bolsters to release that pain. If you're not feeling any pain or even any much of a stretch, you can start to lean back on your hands or forearms. And then this is where I will grab that bolster and lean back on my bolster. And it does make a difference too. If you're just coming to renew and restore cold, so you haven't really done any movements before class, this is one that you definitely need to be warmed up for sure. And so I've gotten back from a run, so I'm definitely warmed up, but it makes a difference too. But go where you can, just breathe. Not much quad stretch out there, so this is one of the few. Stay for a few more. One more. Big inhale. And carefully empty out if you're laying all the way down. Just be very careful coming up. I think that actually can be the hardest thing. And then easing out of this. Maybe having a seat again, just shaking out your legs, stretching them out. Okay, let's go into a modified fish pose. Using the bolster, just right underneath your shoulder blades, and of course grabbing the block if you want your head to be supported today. Legs can come out wide. You can take cobbler, constructive rest pose, cross-legged pose, just whatever you like. Very carefully, maybe just roll to your side to come up. And come into just a comfortable seat. Maybe bringing your hands into prayer. It's never too late to set an intention. We haven't done this in a while, so maybe thinking for a moment, what has brought you to your mat this morning? And what was your goal for class? Are you getting that? Maybe that first thing that comes to your mind. One more. Let's continue to work on those hips with pigeon. Feel free to stay up with me, supported pigeon, with the bolster, or come to your back for a modified on your back, one ankle crossed over your knee and draw that thigh in. Or starting in tabletop, I'm just going to slide my right leg to the front of the mat towards the bolster and my left leg back. Again, just staying, if you're with me, just stay here for a moment, settling in, making sure you're kind of balanced on both hips and belly button and hips are facing the front of the room, facing your bolster if you've got it. And then, of course, you can put a blanket or anything underneath that right hip, and you can draw this foot in closer towards your body, too, to get that hip down. And then maybe just inhale, opening up. And then exhale, easing down, resting on your favorite cheek if you've got the bolster. Empty out. Very carefully. If you're on your back, just stay there. Maybe wiggle out, rock from side to side. If you're in tabletop with me, maybe draw your knees together and rock from side to side. Let's ease to the other side. Observe any differences in your body. This side is definitely a little harder to get into. You know what? Tighter, which is my left hip, so it makes sense to me. No surprises. Just going to ease into it, just taking my time. Inhale, open up, and slowly come down. Exhale. And very carefully empty out. And again, if you're on your back, just stay on your back. Wiggle out. So if you're in tabletop with me, let's go ahead and just wiggle out here again. We're going to all make our way to our back into reclined cobbler. And start heading there now, if you haven't already begun. And just setting yourself up using whatever props you like. Bolsters right there at your lower back. Easing down when you're ready. Slowly begin to come back to your breath. Inhaling fully, belly rises, and exhaling. And if you are probably on your bolster, so maybe considering coming off of your bolster and just coming back down to your back. And starting to move, wiggling out fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles. And just easing into bigger and bigger movement, going with whatever movement feels good, hugging knees in, rocking, moving your neck. Maybe taking a stretch we didn't get to today. And taking a full body stretch, reaching back behind you. And then from here, you can hug your knees in again, or just simply roll to your right or left side for sleeping baby. And stay here. And take a body scan. Start at the crown of your head and go all the way down to your toes. Check in with each and every muscle, all the muscles in your face, place between your eyebrows, your jaw, your neck, shoulders, all the way down to your arms, your torso, leg muscles, glutes, calves, ankles, feet, toes, just every little inch of you. Check in. Check in with your breath. Check in with your mood and your energy. And then roll, and then very carefully press yourself up. Forgot where you were. Press yourself up to a comfortable seat with your hands in prayer, thumbs pressed to your chest. Close your eyes or gaze down or do both, getting connected to your breath and to your heartbeat. And acknowledging yourself for showing up and coming to your mat to take care of you. Now you can go off and take care of those you need to in a stronger, healthier way. Continuing to find stress-reducing activities off of your mat. Continuing to breathe and to release negative thoughts throughout your day. Continue to find those activities that make you smile and laugh and relax. Take one more full inhale. Exhale it out. My heart to yours.